Hi friends, happy Friday. How's everybody? I'm starting this just a couple minutes early so I can make sure that all of the things are working correctly and I can fix the angle of this camera. Okay, I'm using a very fancy little tripod situation here, so let me know if you can see and hear me okay, and then I'm on the right account. One time I went live, meaning to go live on my business page where we have, 150,000 followers, and I accidentally went live on my personal page, and like all of my friends were joining, like people who don't follow my business, and they were like, "Oh, hey, Em," and I was like, "Hey, what's going on?" Okay, sorry, just checking some text messages, making sure everything's working. Okay. Cool. Hey guys, welcome. Sorry, I was getting random messages, making sure everything's okay. How's everybody? Let's just see how we're doing. Oh, thank you. This top is, it's from Madewell. I've had it for a long time. It's not Happy Stripe exactly, but it just makes me happy. And it's like a crop top, so you have to wear something under it. Well, I prefer to wear something under it. I guess you don't have to, but... oh, good. I'm on the Simplified account. Wonderful. Welcome. I hope everybody's having a decent day. No audio here. Can you guys hear me okay? If you're having audio... Oh, are there audio problems? Team Simplified, are there audio problems? Just saw two people say they can't hear. You guys let me know if you can hear. No sound. It's always something, guys. Audio's working, okay. I have no idea why some of your audio might not be working. I can hear you. Okay, good. All right, guys, let's just dig in. If you're having audio problems, try hopping out and then hopping back in. Sometimes Facebook can be strange. I hope you guys are well. Today, we are going to talk about something that has absolutely nothing to do with coronavirus. We are going to very happily talk about color theory because it's fun. I have some fun things to show you and share with you. Color theory is something that is very important to Team Simplified. We love great color. We love bold, bright colors, obviously, but it's always been our goal since the very beginning to do color in a very polished way. So a lot of times you'll see lots of big, bright colors like thrown together in lots of different ways, and that's great. That's its own style, but we want to do color in a really beautiful, polished way. And so I'm going to walk you through our philosophy on color. I had a conversation with Design Squad on Team Simplified, which is me and Whitney Hawkins and Jessa Bray, creative director and art director. And I had a conversation with them about what this looks like. This was a long time ago. And like what our approach is to color and how can I best communicate that to people who might not be designers, right? I'm also going to do some pairings, styling, if you will. This was much requested and much enjoyed from last launch. I wish Team Simplify could be here to do this with me. They were supposed to be visiting for launch day and we were going to have a big team gathering and it was going to be awesome, but obviously we had to cancel that. So I'm going to do styling on my own. You guys can submit whatever patterns and pairings you want to see together, and I will do that at the very end. I'll put some things together so you guys can see in case you're trying to decide what products to get and how they'll look together and that sort of thing. So to kick things off, let me just go over a couple housekeeping things. As you know, launch day is next Wednesday, April 1st at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We have tons of new products as well as our brand new 2020-2021, what a mouthful, Signature Simplified planners. Those will be releasing as well. It's all on the website. You can go there and see tons of photos, walkthrough videos where you can see up close someone flipping through the pages, and everything together over on the website. So hop over there if you want to see all of that. If you have questions today about color theory, about design, about simplified planners, about launch, about anything at all, please post your questions here. One of the gals on my team is going to gather them and text them to me, and I will get them, and I will go through your questions at the very end. The way we do this, the comments go like real fast on my screen, so I don't catch them as they go. I also just wanted to obviously state the obvious. The world is going through a very weird time right now. We're moving forward with Launch Week because it's the only thing we know to do. I feel like the world needs a little happiness right now. I feel like I need a little happiness right now, and this is bringing me joy. And I from your feedback, it's bringing you joy too. So we're gonna keep going. Thank you for everyone who's written to us to check on us. Being a small business right now is terrifying. We're doing good. We're hopeful and excited that we're going to just get through this and it's going to be okay. If you are working on the front lines right now, we thank you. My husband's on a conference call, like right there. Oh. And if you hear Mo Williams in the background, my kids are watching a YouTube video about how to draw a pigeon. This is probably all of your lives as well, right? We start homeschooling on Monday, like real homeschooling. We've been doing pretend homeschooling for a week. We start real homeschooling, like assignments from the teachers and all that on Monday. And my anxiety level about it is like, maybe like right here. It's not at the top yet, but it's like, it's right there. I'm a perfectionist. Nice to meet you. You probably knew that already. And I just really want to do it really well, and I'm afraid I'm not going to, and so I'm just going to have heaps of grace with myself, and I want to just, before we get started, extend all of that to you as well. We're in it together. Homeschooling starts in the middle of Launch Week. It's going to be okay. The kids are going to be okay, guys. The kids are going to be okay. All right, color theory. So, like I said, at Simplified, as you well know, we love bright color. We love doing color well. So it's very important to us that we embrace all of the colors of the rainbow, and we do them well. Well, all the colors of our Happy Stripe rainbow. Purple and orange, that's like a whole other thing. Red, I don't know. But we embrace all of our colors together, and we want to do them really well. So what does that mean? Well, colors can make us feel things. And one of the printables you're going to get today is a color wheel. And it's really beautiful. Let me show it to you. Whitney made this, and when she sent it, I put it over here. When she sent it to me, I was like, I love this so much. This is going to be in your inbox later today. The Happy Stripe color wheel. And what do these colors like communicate, or what do we hope they communicate, and what do we hear from you that they make you feel? So when you think about colors making us feel things, a lot of times when you see the color yellow can communicate happiness, joy, surprise. With each of my books that I've written, so I wrote Grace Not Perfection, which is hot pink. I made it hot pink on purpose because I wanted it to stand out. I wanted to communicate femininity, which I think pink does. It's even like a bold pink like that. And I wanted it to communicate strength in grace. So that was why that one was hot pink. You look at A Simplified Life and it's navy blue. And to me, navy blue is sophisticated. It, to me, communicates order and a sense of like calmness. And so that's why A Simplified Life was that color. When Less Becomes More was light blue. And to me, light blue is a little bit more introspective. It's a little bit like a fresh start, and that was the message of that book. My next book, which was just named last week, I can't tell you yet, is yellow on purpose because this book is bold. That's all I can tell you. But that to me is what yellow communicates. And so when we sit down and we're creating a collection and we say like this, well, every collection starts with Happy Stripe. Okay. So we start with Happy Stripe and we say, okay, this one is like, has every color. So we need one that's going to be feminine and very polished. And so we go with something like a light pink, like we've done here. Or we need something that is a little bit like, is going to communicate that feeling of calm, of freshness, a little like nod to something vintage. That's what this blue trellis is. And so when we choose colors, we know that they communicate a feeling. Now we also know that when you pair two colors together, that can communicate a whole other feeling, right? Like think about navy blue and pink together. A pair that I personally like really love. If you remember, you know what? Let's do a different pairing because I have this right here. This is an old planner. If you think about navy blue and green, like to me, this is the ultimate, very preppy. To me, it communicates like, I can do this. I'm confident. And to me, like that's fascinating. And I love hearing what colors communicate to you guys. So the funny thing too is like, you could say like the color blue to 50 people or to all 584 of you. And you guys would each in your head, like think of the color blue. Okay. Each of you just thought of a completely different shade of blue, right? And so there is a thing called Pantone, which many of you may know about if you do any sort of design at all or work in any sort of like marketing realm or anything where you're producing stuff. Pantone is the universal language of color. And it was actually, I didn't know this, but when I started to write kind of the outline for this particular Facebook Live, I went and looked up the history of Pantone and like how it came to be. I've always known that it's the universal language of color. Basically, it's like every shade you can think of has a name, if you will. It's a number, but that's its name. And there are ways that you can achieve that color through, different ways of printing or production or that sort of thing. So like if I'm communicating with, say, a printer on the other side of the world or with a web designer in another state or whatever, and I need to say like simplified navy blue of our boxes, right? It's $2.95. That's the Pantone color. I need the web designer to know that like it has to be this navy blue, like this one, right? And I need the printer to know like the box has to be the same as the website. It has to be that navy blue. So we tell them it's $2.95, right? And so that's how you communicate color. It's really fascinating. And this is a swatch book that we use. And what's funny, this is so technical, you guys, but let me see if I can find $2.95. Okay, so here's $2.95. So this is our navy blue. And this is our navy blue. Okay, so hold on. This is our navy blue in production and on a website. And this is the closest match you can get on a printer. Hold on. My screen is mirrored, and so I'm like, wait, how do I? So what you can see is like, sometimes you can't get an exact match. But that's how we communicate color. Y'all, this is like, I'm nerding out over all of this. I love this stuff. To me, it's fascinating. And I've learned so much over the years about color and how to get color right and what colors not to put together, what colors, like, if you're trying to communicate something, there's definitely a color for it, right? So anyway, it's fascinating. So, history of Pantone. Pantone was created by a part-time employee of an ad agency in New Jersey. And this ad agency had they had their own print shop, and they had tons of different pigments and inks that they would use for their clients. And they struggled to communicate to their clients, like, this is what we're gonna end up with when we produce this product or this brochure or this banner or whatever. And so he decided, like, I'm just going to simplify this and I'm going to assign numbers to each one of these. And then I'm going to be able to communicate to other people, like, this is how you actually make this particular one. He started with a really small batch of colors and assigned all of them numbers, and then put like, okay, this amount of, if you know CMYK, anybody? We might be getting too technical now, but CMYK are the 4 colors that most printers use to make any color in the universe, right? And he would be able to communicate, like, if you want to get $2.95 navy, this is how you do it. You add this much of the C, this much of the M, this much of the Y, and this much of the K. And so he did that, and then it turned into Pantone. He named it Pantone, his little system, and ended up taking it very far and like making it what it is. Now it is a massive company. They release every year. They update these every year. I don't buy them every year because they're really expensive, but they update these every year. They release color predictions based on trends they're seeing in all sorts of industries, from interior design to art to graphic design, just all sorts of things. They release what the color of the year is. And usually, like, they're spot on. Their color of the year, like, we'll see what it is and we'll be like, yep, I'm not surprised that that's the color of the year. A couple of years we've been like, what, really? I remember a couple of years ago they had 2 colors of the year, and it was light blue and a really beautiful light pink together, and we were like slow clapping because it was so good. So that's color theory. Do you guys have any questions about colors, about how we do it? I wanted to keep this part of things kind of short today because I have a lot of styling I want to do for you guys. So if you have any questions, feel free to send them. I can address those before we move on. And yeah, so much to learn in just picking a color. Yes, so very true. What's a color trend you anticipate coming soon? Ooh, this is a good question. What is a color trend I anticipate coming soon? You know, it's really hard because we work 18 months in advance. So like we're planning for next April. We started planning for next April in November, December of last year. And so we're trying to predict like what the color trends will be by then. And I think blue is having a day, which I love because it's one of my favorite colors. I think blue will continue to have a day. I could see like Team Simplified is going to be shocked that I say this out loud, but I could see lavender having a day. Like a cool lavender, not a warm lavender. And like a really light with almost like a gray tinge to it. I don't know why. I just think that. Did I teach myself all of this about color? I guess. I don't know. I have a master's degree in nonprofit management. So I didn't go to school for graphic design or anything. I kind of wish I did. I even told my husband the other day, like, I would love to go back to school one day and like learn more of like the technical side of all of this that I just don't know. We just know what we know from what we do, you know? Jessa especially has taught me a lot about like movement and color and how things work together. And it's been fascinating to learn from someone who has like a legit knowledge of art. And I don't know that she learned that in any class either. I think that's just something she's innately like really good at. Okay, let me close my email because it's making all kinds of noise. Is that the same as HTML color codes? Okay, so y'all bear with me. This is about to get real technical. So with every color, so let's go back here. Let's choose a different color this time. Let's see if I can find 210. Yeah, 210. So 210 is another color of ours right here. Sorry, this camera's weird. With every color, you have a Pantone name, and Pantone inks are solid inks. So you don't have to mix anything to get that particular Pantone color. Then you have RGB, and that is red, green, blue, and different amounts of each to make a color. That is done on digital stuff, so like on websites and things like that. Then you have CMYK, and that's the blue, pink, yellow, and black. That's not the technical names, but I won't bore you with all of that. It's cyan, I never know how you say it. Magenta, yellow, and K is black. So that's what printers use if they're digitally printing. Like my printer back here, it uses that. It has 4 cartridges that make up any color. And then you have HTML code. Every color has its own HTML code, and that is a lot of websites coding stuff use that as well. Okay, so yeah, I hope that answered that question. Yes, Whitney said lots of trial and error. Totally agree. I also think so many of y'all are gonna love hearing this. I think green is about to have its day. I do. I think emerald green is about to have its day. I don't have my emerald green binder with me from way back in the day, but I think I think green is going to have its day in the sunshine, and I love green. I love it. Yep. Okie dokie. Jessa just said lavender isn't purple. I agree. More like a periwinkle. Like I could see that having its day. I really could. And somebody has just said, I love learning about this. It's a great distraction from everything else going on. I agree. Okay, how do you incorporate this knowledge into home decor? All right. So, truth be told, when it comes to choosing colors for Simplified products, when it comes to choosing colors for my house, this is all very scientific and wonderful, and it does play a role in what we do and what I do personally too. But like at the end of the day, just go with your gut. If you like a certain color a lot, put more of it in your house, you know? I love blue. I love navy blue. I love royal blue. I love blue and white. I just love it. I love the way it makes me feel. It's calm. It feels sophisticated and polished. It makes me feel like a grown-up, which sometimes I wish I didn't feel like a grown-up. So I just put a lot of it in my house, right? My house is all different shades of blue. I love mixing and matching different shades, and you can kind of like, when you start with one color that you really love, you can bring in secondaries. So you have like one main color, this is kind of how we do planners too. You have one main color, and then you bring in like secondary ones that really work well together. A good example of that is Pineapple Crest. We knew we wanted a navy cover this way. We knew we wanted the background to be navy, so that was like our starting color. And then we were like, what colors like really go well with navy? And I'm always like, can we do green and pink? Because I love navy green and pink together. And so we brought in the green and the pink, and then we branched out from the blues and brought in like more of a Carolina blue, a little bit of teal. We always try to keep our colors within the same family of Happy Stripe. But these Happy Stripe colors, there's like 9 zillion variations of them. And so basically we have a ton to work with, right? You can see even in places where we bring in, I like to say orange isn't a color. It is a color. Red's not a color either, but it's just not my favorite color. Orange, like when we bring in a color we don't usually use, we still keep it within that family, like the tones, the hues, and that sort of thing. But when you're decorating your house or you're, whatever it is you're trying to choose colors for, I think your house would probably be the most obvious thing you'd be doing. Go with your gut. Go with what makes you feel good. I remember when I moved out of my parents' house and I had my first apartment, I wanted a red kitchen. I don't know why. I don't even like red now at all. But I wanted a red kitchen, and I was in an apartment, so I couldn't paint it. So I hung red curtains. Now this was like 2000. When did I graduate college? It was like 2005. 2005? Yeah. So yeah, 2005. I don't know. Maybe that was the thing back then. And then when I had my own house, I wanted avocado green, like chartreuse. So I had some of that. And then when Brian and I got married and we moved in together, we moved into his house in Tampa that he had owned for a while. Everything was brown. Like everything. And my mom and I used to laugh and be like, he's got a brown house, brown dog, brown couch, brown curtains. And I went in and was like, oh man, we need to do something here. So I just started bringing in a lot of white. And now as we've kind of merged our styles together, we have a lot of like wood, we have a lot of white, we have a lot of we have a lot of blue stuff. And so we've kind of found like our style together, but just do what makes you happy. If red walls make you happy, paint your kitchen red. If green or blue or whatever makes you happy, hang up some blue curtains. I think when it comes to decorating a space, it's all about what brings you joy because you spend a lot of time there, right? I want my house to communicate comfort and warmth and like, come sit and stay here. Everybody's welcome here. I want it to feel like fresh and, I just saw a bunny. Random. And so that's kind of where, that color, theory comes from. Okay, so that was fun. Yay! My husband paints everything brown. That's so funny. So Brady and I had this argument the other day that black is not a color of the rainbow. And Brady and I, he's 9, and we are like identical humans. We think very much alike. We get upset about the same things. But we'll also like butt heads because both of us are stubborn, and we love to have these like intellectual debates. And he's smart. He he said to me the other day, we were eating dinner. This was before we weren't able to go out to dinner at places. We were having dinner out, and he's across the table from me, and I said something about rainbows, and Brady goes, "Well, black's not a part of the rainbow." And I was like, it definitely is. Like, it's a color. It's just all the colors put together. And he was like, "Mom, it's not part of the rainbow." And this went on for like 20 minutes until Brian was finally like, "Okay, agree to disagree." But these are the kind of conversations we have at my house. Okay, let's do some styling. All right. Team Simplified is texting about lavender and periwinkle. Let's see. Okay, how does Jessa and Whitney make sure the designs they are making are the exact Pantone colors? Do y'all want more nerdy stuff, like more technical stuff, or are you over this? I'm going to keep going because I think it's fun and fascinating. So, when we're talking about Pantone colors and products, let me give you an example here. Using Pantone in printing is very expensive. It's very expensive. And so it's much smarter if you have one primary color. Like if we were doing a solid blue planner, the obvious choice would be to go Pantone. If we were doing a planner like this, it's nearly impossible to make this Pantone for a lot of reasons I won't get into because it would blow your mind. So this is not Pantone matched. We get as close as we humanly can, but that's why we go through many rounds of samples to make sure we're tweaking it and getting it as close as possible. So this is not Pantone, this is not Pantone, but anywhere, fun fact for you guys, when we do simplified trivia one day, y'all are gonna be ahead of the game. Anywhere you see navy blue in our products, it's Pantone. Anywhere you see any other color, for the most part, if there's lots of colors going on, it's not Pantone. But just like Tiffany uses a Pantone for their boxes, because that's a specific shade, our navy is our navy. Like, it has to be just right. And so anywhere you see navy, it's Pantone. And that means our files are set up layered and funky with different things assigned to make that happen. It's like a whole other step of work and it's an extra cost, but it's worth it to us that our navy is always our navy. $2.95. All right. Okay, now we're doing styling. Who's excited for some styling? Y'all send me, yeah, who knew how technical this is? I know. When I got started, I had no idea. Yes, Whitney said we balance each other out pretty perfectly. This is the true story. So go ahead and send me any pairings that you want. And Team Simplified, if I miss pairings that people want to see, what? Black is the absence of color? What? Really? I thought that was white. I'm gonna have to look this up after this now. Y'all let me know what pairings you want to see together. And I know, is your chair Pantone? I love the color. I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe it is. Can you do Pantone on fabrics? Yes, you can. I have no idea. Okay, so someone just made a great point. Navy Dapper Desk looks different than Navy Bloom's weekly planner. So, great point. Let me show you. I don't have Navy Blooms here, but I have this guy. Now, this is great, okay? This navy is different than this navy. You know why? Does anybody know why? Because, Jessa, you made that up. I was like, oh, I was wrong. So because we make this like from scratch, right? This, we're given a swatch book and we get to choose. I don't think do I have any here? I don't have any swatch books. I think Whitney has them all. This, we're given a swatch book and we have to choose what's closest. Can you custom make leatherette or fabric to match Pantone? Yes, but the quantities you're making have to have like, I don't know, 7 figures. I don't know. Something insane. Otherwise it's crazy, crazy expensive. What? Brittany just said white is all the colors together. Black is the absence of color. But why is it that when you print, like CMYK, if you put all the colors together, it turns black? I'm so confused. I'm gonna look this up and I promise to report back. Okay, all right. Styling. Pineapple crest with gold bee mini notebook. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna have to go. Oh, wait, hold on. Here they are. Good news, guys. Good news. Good news to Team Simplified. My things came. Every live that I do, I have a mini heart attack that like I've shown something for next year. Because I do have some samples. Oh my gosh, my brain's gonna explode. Okay, somebody wanted, what was that? Gold bee with happy floral? Okay, here we go. Gold bee. This is real cute. I hope I'm getting this pairing right and this is what you asked for, but look how pretty. Sorry. My friend was calling me. Are you guys back? Okay. Let me show you this. So this is Happy Floral and this is Gold Bee. Now, why do these work well together? Because this has a ton of movement and a ton of color going on. This has a ton of space. So this is what I mean when I say we want to do color and pattern well. Like we want to do lots of colors, lots of patterns, but we want to do them well. And what that means is a balance. Colors have to balance each other. Y'all hang tight. I gotta fix the brightness on my phone. When that phone call came in. Oh, good. Okay, now I can see myself. So it's all about balance. And so it's like, I personally, now y'all do what y'all do because everybody's allowed their own style and that's what makes it the world fun is because we're all different. I love something like this because this one's very understated and this one has a lot going on. And to me, that is gorgeous balance. What I would not do is put together something like this. No offense to either one of these, but I would not put these two together. Do you know why? This has a lot going on. This has a lot going on. And to me, that's not balanced. Now, I would put, let's see here. I'm going to get myself organized. I would do something like the pink pinstripe with Happy Floral because it is very calming. That's really pretty. I like that a lot, actually. Yeah, that's fun. Excuse me. Allergy cough. Do not worry. Another one that I would love with this. Now, why do I love this one? This one has a little bit going on, but this one is geometric, and it's very, what we call structured, next to something that's very organic. And so you can see this is how we create a collection, is we're like, okay, this one has a ton of movement. Now we need a pattern that's like structured and is just very like solid in that way. And this one is just like fun and free. And this one is structured and like classic in that sense. And so, but I would do these together because that's a balance. I wouldn't put two things that have a ton of movement together or two things that are very geometric together. I mean, that's really pretty because, and this is a different type of balance. This has a giant scale. I mean, it's very big and open, and this is very tight. And so those balance each other. But I personally, if we're talking about my style, I would put something with a little more movement with this one. Now, the scale of these two are a little similar. You can see like the shape of that is very similar to the kind of that. So I don't know that I would do those two together. I would probably do... Last year, blue pinstripe was beautiful with everything, and I think this year, this is going to be beautiful with everything. Okay, I love what Jessa just said. I wish I could pause it and like read this. Jessa, I think this is what you just said. Jessa said she loves doing patterns on patterns. Leopard with stripes, florals with pineapples, whatever, because that's her jam, and that's her style. Like, she just said, I'm loud. And I love that. Like, yes and amen. And that's why there's something for everybody. If this speaks to you, absolutely do it. And who knows, like there may be someone who's very understated that's like, I'm going to do something like this, right? That's so fun. That's awesome. Okay, send me some more. Somebody said there's a picture of a vase and when less becomes more, is that the inspiration for blue trellis? So the vase you're talking about is like a chinoiserie type, like a blue and white ginger jar situation. And yes, blue and white ginger jars like that, like really classic style, was definitely inspiration for blue trellis. You know, ginger jars are having a moment right now for sure. And I am like president of that fan club. I love ginger jars. In fact, I think you can see some, or maybe not, but I have some on my shelves back there. Okay, I'm gonna go through each planner, and I'm going to hold up the mini notebook I think goes with it and the pouch I think goes with it, just so I can hopefully like get everybody's things. Oh, Brittany just said trellis and bee. Yes. Okay, cool. Gold bee is going to be the new perfect neutral. I totally agree. All right. We're going to do cover with, I'm going to do my favorite cover, or every cover with my favorite mini notebook to go with it, and then my favorite pouch. Let me just get my pouches out. Y'all have you should see my office when these things are over. It's a disaster. Because I just throw things all over the floor. I'm sure you've seen our pouches. These are the pouches that we are releasing on Wednesday. Blue trellis, happy floral. We just made 2 patterns to start with. They're so cute. I love them. They're navy inside. Okay, first up, who's here for happy floral? What do you think will go well with happy floral? Let's show a couple of different options, shall we? I mean, it's not like we have anything better to do today. My kids are still watching Mo Williams. I can hear it in there. By the way, Mo Williams drawing videos being broadcast by the Kennedy Center on YouTube. Kids will love them. My kids are loving them. Okay, I would go, because this has so much movement and color, I would go with something understated like the gold bee. Again, gold bee is going to be like beautiful with anything. I would go with gold bee. If you want to step it up a little bit, hold on. Oh, hold on. I think we have some mini notebooks on our site. Oh, I'm just gonna go check while we're sitting here. Y'all gotta be anywhere? Funny, not funny. Okay, mini notebooks. I'm looking at what we have available as far as mini notebooks go. Okay, so we don't have blue pinstripe available from last year. We do have mint tile, garden party, pink pineapple, mint pineapple, blue tile, and thin happy stripe, as well as a whole bunch of gold ones. So those would be beautiful. Those gold ones would be beautiful with any of them. But you could pair like thin happy stripe with this one, would be silly cute. Like that would be adorable. Yeah, and I also think this one would be cute. Okay, if I had this planner, obviously I personally would not choose the matchy-matchy pouch. I would go with this. Ooh, look at that. That's fun. Now, what if we did... Can y'all hear YouTube in the other room? I like that a lot. Ooh, that's fun. Okay, next. What should we do next? I'm running out of table space. Okay, let's do Pineapple Crest. This one I would put with, I mean, we're gonna sell out of Gold Bee mini notebooks because they're just so fun. They go with everything. I love these together. That's just so fun. And then I would do this one with it. Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna, what other mini notebook would I do? Maybe, what do I think? This one would be cute. Yeah, I'm always gonna lean to a more structured mini notebook pattern, like with something really organic like this. Okay, we did those two. Let's do, I'll do Dapper Desk 2. Gold Bee. Now, this one, I would, again, choose something with movement. Oh, you know what, though? We can't leave out Happy Stripe. Hold on. How's that look? Ooh, that's cute. That's real cute, y'all. That's real cute. Okay, and then what would I put with it? Okay, here's why I'm not going to say this one. That's cute, but do you know why? Because this has a lot of white, and this has a lot of white. And so I'm going to say this one, because this has, Yep. Oh, this one still has a lot of white too. Now, I still think I like this one better, especially with this mini notebook. That's really cute. Okay, next. Let's do pink pinstripe. Whoa. Pink pinstripe, I would choose, again, gonna go with something with some movement going on. I love that. The pink here picks up on the pink and the flowers. Look at that. That's gorgeous. I love that one so much. Okay. What would I put with it? Oh, you know what I'm gonna do here? This has some Carolina blue in it. Dropping things. Okay. Oh yeah, I do that because look at the blue in the little flowers right there. Like that's a teal flower, but look at those flowers. The blue picks up the blue in here. And then the pink in here picks up the pink in here. That's real cute. Okay. So wait, we've done 4. What have we not done? Did we do blue trellis? No. We're gonna do blue trellis, and then we're gonna do happy stripe. And then we're gonna do dapper desk, okay? Okay, bees love flowers. A floral would go with any bee. I love that. That's so cute. Okay, this is the one I will be using. I love it. Like I said, inspired by the ginger jar movement, and I'm president of that fan club. What would I put with this? Hold on, I'm about to make the decision that I'm getting both pouches, but if I'm using this planner, I would do this pouch. What? I'm gonna have to say this one. Ooh, that's fun. Look how cute those two are together. Hold on, this is the back of the pouch. Let me show you this way. Look how cute those are together. I love that pair. All right, someone just asked for pineapple planner. This is live. Everything's falling. Okay, pineapple planner with blue trellis pouch. That's beautiful. That's really cute. Love it, love it, love it. All right, well, I dropped half of what I was holding. Let's do happy stripe real quick. Happy stripe I would put with this one. And what? Dusty, what would you do? I know you're getting happy stripe this year. What would you put here? Pink print stripe? No. I think I'd do something with some movement again. Oh, that's fun. Or maybe this one. Ooh, I like that. That's fun. Okay. I love that 633 of you guys are watching this. This is so fun. Okay. Dapper desk. Let's talk about dapper desk. So I gotta dig out from my stacks over here, but we have the gold dot, which is insanely beautiful. And then we have navy. What would I do? So gold dot is kind of like gold bee. Like it's gonna go with absolutely anything. And I think I would do it with this pouch. Okay, can we talk about that? Like, how polished is that? And look at this. It's gonna fit. All the planners are gonna fit. Daily, weekly, dapper desk at least are gonna fit right here. Right? So imagine. Oh, hi, let me just pull my planner out. No big deal. And look at that little ribbon, how it matches the inside of that. Yep. Okay, this is a favorite. This is definitely a favorite. And we do have academic dapper desks now. Somebody just, hi! Speaking to adults. Amen. Amen. Okay, what would I put with it? I'm a fan of these together. Did I just do this pairing? I think I just did this pairing a few minutes ago, but I like that. Okay, navy. I would do navy dapper desk. Where'd it go? I would do navy dapper desk with the, y'all, I'm losing my mind. Oh, it's under a stack, hang on. I would do navy dapper desk with the happy floral pouch. And then I would pull in something that has a lot of like, ooh, I know. I'm losing my mind, y'all. There's like stuff everywhere. I would do this with the gold bee. Let me find it. Found it. I would do gold bee because you have a solid, something with a lot of movement, something really structured. And the bees and the flowers together, now that someone said that, just make me happy. Okay. Did I do everything? Did I do them all? Teacher planners and wedding planners, I've gotten this question a lot. They do not fit the pouches. They're quite large and they do not fit the pouches. There's no interior pockets inside the pouch. It's just navy, but I 100% will be using mine as a clutch. Like if y'all see me out and about like this, I mean, it's too cute not to. Okay. Oh, page markers. We didn't even talk about page markers. So if you're struggling with patterns and you want them all, get a pouch, a planner, page marker. If you want to bring in Happy Floral and you haven't in any of those, you can bring it in with a pen. Yes, we will have bundles available. Does anybody want to come help me clean up my office? This is a disaster. Okay. Well, this was fun. Brittany says, have your own pairing party. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So, let me get it out because we were gonna send this out. I think we still are sending this out the day before launch day. But we did this last year and you guys absolutely loved it. And it is swatch cards. So you can print this out, cut them out, and pair them together yourself to decide what you want to do. Isn't it fun? So it's all of our Happy Stripe colors. And then all of the patterns, including Gold Dot from the Dapper Dusk and Happy Dot from the Teacher Planner. How fun is that? Someone asked for, how's it possible to have so many cute options? I don't know, y'all. After every launch, we're always like, there's absolutely no way we can do this again. Like, we outdid ourselves this year. We love them. They were so fun. Everything was so balanced, and there's no way we can do it again. And then we do, and it's my team's fantastic. I pinch myself every day I get to work with them, but we're already working on next spring, and it's beautiful as well. I definitely can help you clean your office. Thanks, guys. Wouldn't that be fun if we could actually like see other humans? All right, let me get back to my little outline I had here. As you know, we have been doing these lives a little bit differently. We have been doing the content to start, and then I just give you guys a couple of announcements about launch day, launch week. I want to leave you with a couple of questions to consider as it relates to what we've been talking about. I also have just a little nugget of wisdom from someone else who is not me that I wanted to share with you that I've been inspired by. Sometimes it's a quote, sometimes it's a poem. And then I have just a sweet little benediction that I've written that I hope just lets you walk away from this with a little bit of hope and joy. And then we're going to pray together. You're more than welcome to stick around for that or hop off if it's not your jam. Yes, the first day we had 1,100 people stay to pray. Yesterday we had 600 and something. And I'm looking forward to it again. I'm not an expert at praying in front of people, but I'll just speak from the heart, and hopefully we'll all be able to lift up each other and everyone going through this insane time. Okay, so housekeeping. We are doing a giveaway, and every day we've been doing a giveaway to someone to win their choice of planner. And my team has been watching your comments and chose one person, and her name is Emily Rowlett. I hope I pronounced your last name right. Emily, you're our winner. Email taylor@emilylay.com before noon today, please, and let her know which planner you'd like and your mailing address, and she will get it out to you. Also, don't forget to enter to win our launch day celebration kit. The link is on our website, and I think here somewhere. It includes a $100 gift card, a t-shirt, Happy Floral paper plates, Happy Stripe napkins for you to have your own launch party, and an Apple Watch Series 5. Oh, and a rainbow tumbler that looks like this, which I'm obsessed with, and I am using it all the time now. Okay. Also, printable going out today is the color wheel over there. And we're also sending out a little note sheet. The link was in the description here. You may have had this to work with today. It has the questions we're going to chat through, but you can also get some of the other printables. Brittany wants me to tell you guys that the swatch book is in our printable library now. So you can go to our free printable library on our website and get our swatch book now. Okay? Also, 3 questions I want to leave you guys with. Number 1, and I want you to share your answers here so we can discuss. Number 1, do you have a favorite color? Do you? Do you know? Maybe it's something different than you think it is. I think the best way to determine this is to look around your space. Look around your space, and what color do you see the most of? Are you happy about that? Or do you wish that it was a different color? That your space really was infused with a little bit more happiness, or things that bring you joy. Number 2, and this is all on this little note-taking printable. How does this color make you feel? How does this color make you feel? My favorite colors of all time is, it's green, but I really want to say blue today. It changes. So my favorite color is green. A beautiful, solid, classic Kelly green. I don't have a lot of that in my space because my favorite space color is blue. And I get to have 2 or 3 or 7. And so do you. So green to me, it makes me feel energized. It makes me feel, it's very classic. It just makes me happy. And it reminds me of a story of when I was in kindergarten and my teacher asked all the girls, what's your favorite color? And she went down the line of girls and every girl said pink or purple or pink or purple. And it came to me and I said, green. And everybody was like, what? And I was like, green. And it's still green. So it kind of reminds me of that story of me being like, I'm just gonna be me. Now, this says something about you. Just like that green story says something about me a little bit. I'm pretty proud to just be me. And green to me, that's what it represents. So what does it say about you? Lean into that, and how can you bring more of this color into your life? Oh, I love hearing all of your colors. That's fun. I love pink as well. And when we built our house, I bought a rug for our kitchen, which is both a good and a bad idea to have a rug in your kitchen. But it has some pink in it, and it makes me happy all the time because I don't really have a lot more pink in our house. Okay, something I want to leave you guys with is a quote from Vincent van Gogh, and this is it. One can speak poetry just by arranging colors well. And this reminds me of Whitney and Jessa on Team Simplified and the way that they put color together, and it just, like, we will see it sometimes and it just speaks words. Like, it just speaks volumes and conveys something and makes you feel something, and that's the beauty of what color can do. I also have just a sweet benediction for you. I wrote a book and I wrote the chapters this way with like stories and then a couple questions and at the end just a little benediction, and I'm like obsessed with ending things this way now because I want you to leave feeling something. I want this to have brought you more than just knowledge of color theory. And so what I ask for you to do is just to close your eyes. Don't feel like you have to send any more comments. Close your eyes. I'm going to read this to you and then we're all going to pray together. What blew my mind yesterday, and someone else mentioned it too, is how like everything just froze during this part of the live and everyone really did just sit and listen. So here we go. I wrote this previously, so I'm going to read it to you. Everybody got your eyes closed? You don't have to be an artist or a designer to embrace color in your life. I hope the last few minutes have inspired you to appreciate the zillions of colors and shades and tones God painted our earth and its people with. How fantastic that we have so many shades of trees and flowers and objects and people to enjoy. I hope the next time you pick up a blue geometric design, you see the words underneath the tones. How the way the lines come together reminds you of your grandmother's favorite chair, and the way the crispness of the cooler than typical blue feels fresh against a clean white background. It's my hope that by unpacking the magic of color, you'll see not just our creations as something meaningful and magical, but God's creations too. May you never look at a flower the same way again. All right, that made me happy. All right, guys, let's pray. You ready? God, we thank you so much for this time for us to come together and discuss something that is so happy. Lord, we put all of our faith and trust in you right now in these uncertain times, that you are in control. And thank you for reminding me every morning that you bring the sun up. You haven't forgotten once. You haven't delayed. You haven't stopped. You haven't forgotten. You've brought the sun up every single morning, and we know you'll do it again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. And God, we are going to rest in the knowledge that you are in control. I pray that you will help us enjoy this weird time that we all have at home. I pray that you'll bless those who are on the front lines, who are being affected by this disease, who are caring for those affected by this disease, and for those who are caring for those people. I pray that you will help us all have more grace and patience with each other once this thing is gone. It's my hope and prayer that you will leave us changed by this permanently for the better. Lord, I pray health and safety and protection over every single person watching this, listening to this, over their families. Thank you for bringing us together as sisters, God, as women who are just trying to do life well. We are endlessly grateful to have each other and to have the internet so that we can connect even in these weird times. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Thanks, guys. I hope you have a great Friday. I'll be on Instagram Live today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time answering questions, and also doing an impromptu Instagram Live at 9 p.m. with no makeup on to talk about how to set up your Simplified Teacher Planner. The Simplified Teacher Planner for the last edition, which runs through the end of July, is marked down to $10 if you need one. That's less than it costs us to make them, but we have some extras, and so we marked them way down in our shop, and I'm going to be helping you set it up tonight. If you have one, or if you're interested in just how to do it, I'm figuring it out with you, how to use it for multiple kids. I'm not a teacher, so I'm doing my best, but I hope you'll join me. It's going to be a fun, just super casual time. I'll be sitting right here again. Love you guys. Bye.